morning, everyone. I thought I would start a weekly vlog this week because I did not get put in for any work shifts. So there's going to be a lot of volunteering on this week. I just wanted to show you how I pass the time as a part-time stay-at-home wife and how I just practice my creativity, how I give time and quality time to Shri Krishna, what I do, what I'm currently doing on the road to literally PCSing in a few months. It is currently 8th of September. I dropped off my car this morning with my husband to the MOT service place because I needed my AC done and I needed something else done on my car, but I can't remember. Anyway, so that's today. I came back home and I have been lying in bed scrolling on TikTok and also playing with Bella, who is currently literally over here. A little update. We are officially, if it's September, October, November, December, we move in January. So we're about 3 months away from PCS season. I am actually heading to the States in about 3 weeks ish to officially get my green card and to do all the verification stuff. So I'm staying in my in-laws, and my grandma is also coming up. She is also living in the US. Miss Girl is a citizen now, so she's coming up to stay with me for 2 weeks. And she's met my in-laws. She met them in India, but she hasn't met the rest of my husband's family, so that's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna be taking my grandma around a little bit and just spending some quality time with her, especially because this is the last time I get to see her before we move halfway across the world. Any other updates to give you guys? I'm thinking. A lot of the updates are about PCS. I need to call the vet to get Bella's stuff sorted out because our plan is to go to the States before going to South Korea. So we actually need to do her vaccinations and everything for the States, her health cert for the States, and then from the States to Korea, I think, if I'm not wrong, we have to do a lot of her medical stuff with to Korea within the States, if I'm not wrong. So we've done her first rabies vaccination, and that's about all we've done with her. She's also had her annual vaccination. My husband yesterday was saying he's a little bit scared because it's only just gotten to him that we PCS. It's also the fact that we met here, we got engaged here, we got married here, we moved in together here. A lot of our first steps almost as a married couple was in the UK, in this home. We got Bella here. We were her parents here first. So it is a lot to say goodbye to in that sense. My parents are also here. My sister's also here. So yeah, it's gonna be leaving a lot of good memories. I was also brought up here. I'm really excited for this new chapter. I've already started making a Notion page and I've shared it with my husband. I forced him to get Notion just so he can add stuff to it, which I doubt he will. He would probably tell me to add stuff to it. So I have this travel South Korea page. So I split it into the closest cities to each place. So we have Busan, Seoul, Ulsan, which I only have one for, and Gwangju, which I have 2 things for. I've also started learning Korean, I've been learning the alphabet, and I've learned to say hello, 안녕하세요, and thank you, 감사합니다. And I've also learned to say yes, which is 네, and no, which is 안녕. I think that's all I've learned so far. I've also learned to say Korea, China, and the USA. So I think I only remember USA, to be honest, but I think USA's 미국. It's getting there. It's getting there. I've also been learning to read and write along that journey too. So I'm hoping that by the time we get to Korea, I at least have some basic conversational stuff in my head and I can read and write the basics of Korean. So the plan for today is to sell the furniture. I'm also meeting up with a friend this afternoon. I want to do more Korean practice, and I also want to do my whole morning routine. Plan is to clean up the living room because my parents are visiting this weekend. So I'm gonna clean up the living room and dining room. So yeah, those are the main things that I need to get done. Let's go. I will take you with me this week, and we're gonna vlog the whole thing. So I'm excited.
Because its performance will...
So I've been studying chapter 3 verse 10, and after I've done my self-study, I tend to use the Modern Yogi podcast and the Holy Bhagavad Gita YouTube channel to do further studies and get more wisdom from these sources, just because I don't live in a very Hindu populated area and there's not a mandir around us. The closest mandir is 2 hours away. So I have kind of had to be creative in the sense of finding virtual gurus who are more easily accessible rather than someone who I can go to every day. And I think that's the goal, right? Like, I wish I could go to someone every day. I wish I could go to the mandir every morning and practice studying the Gita with a guruji, right? I kind of wanted to take you through this verse because it speaks about performing sacrifices in order to have peace and achieve liberation. And I think the word sacrifice in more of a modern context for Hindus, it's giving up quality time for the greater good. And sacrifice can also be just praying. Something that I learned was the Sankirtan Yajna, which is the chanting of the names of God. So we can literally chant the Krishna Maha Mantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we can chant that for 10 minutes a day, and that can be sacrifice because we are giving up our quality time of potentially doing something else like scrolling on our phone to chant the names of God that morning and just, I guess, give our time to Sri Krishna, and through that we achieve liberation. And not just liberation, I guess a sense of peace, and it gets rid of a certain aspect of anxiety of starting another day. And say if we're going to a 9 to 5, it kind of reduces that anxiety of like going into work and I don't know what like issues we'd be having at work. It kind of just gets rid of that. I think by also doing this, when we think of normal prayers, we think of praying for ourselves or our family. So saying, Shri Krishna, protect us from the evil in this world, or Shri Krishna, I pray for better health, or Shri Krishna, I pray for these and these grades. Like, praying and chanting the names of God reduces praying through our ego, and it emphasizes on prayer for Bhagwan and prayer to Shri Krishna, because we're offering our time and our prayers to Shri Krishna in order for him to give us what we deserve. But we truly don't know what Shri Krishna has planned for us. So prayer in order to, I guess, receive his blessings. Another thing that I came across was this word demigods within this verse. So if I read out the verse to you, it says, in the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, be thou happy by this yajna, or sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberations. And when we think of demigods, I have a little note being like, I don't like this word. But once I actually listened to the podcast, it kind of made sense, right? And this is how they explained it. Let's think of Krishna Bhagwan as the prime minister or the president of the planet, the universe, of all creation. The president, the highest power. So the demigods would be the presidents or prime ministers, right? So just as we have like Minister of Health or Minister of Finances, like there's all these ministers and they all report to the prime minister or president of creation. So if we think about it like that, it really truly does make sense. I never really used to like the word demigod, but it does make sense. And I think it just goes to show how important it is to get guidance and wisdom from people who've either had gurus or people who are gurus. So before I go and end this, I just wanted to repeat the Krishna Maha Mantra to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm going to go get ready because my friend is picking me up around 11:30. So I'm gonna get ready, and before she arrives, I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit more, try to vacuum, and yeah. I will vlog all that, don't you worry. But I just want to take some time without vlogging to study my Ramayana because I'm really enjoying going through this. Like really enjoy going through this. I grew up with the story of the Ramayana, but there's so many like little details that have such big significance that I either don't remember or I never even learned of. I love this. Thank you, Shri Krishna. I love this. And truly, I feel like all these stories are just blessings from Shri Krishna. Like, I feel like there's always something that I read which always has some kind of impact on me that day. So I'm really hoping that I come across something that Shri Krishna has put in here just for me. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Okay, I am showered, ready, and this is the fit. Just a long sleeve New York t-shirt, black jeans, very simple, no makeup, just blush, and a little bit of lip gloss because it's giving fall. It's giving fall. Don't come for me, but I am just so ready for the autumn weather, so... Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday. This week feels like it's going pretty quick, and maybe that's because I don't have work this week. I think I woke up a little demotivated. I was telling Shri Krishna when I was journaling this morning, I was like, I'm really demotivated. I don't feel like reading scripture this morning. I kind of just feel like praying out loud and listening to just like bhajans and mantras and like worship music. I don't feel like doing too much this morning. I feel like not that scripture is too much, but when I have woken up a little too late and I am trying to get out and motivate myself as much as I would want to like sit there for 5 minutes and read scripture, something in me is just like, you need a different way to worship this morning. So I thought, you know what? On the way to the gym, we are going to be listening to some worship music and, you know, praying out loud because that's something that I used to do and it made me feel really good. And then it kind of just stopped or paused. So it's time to get it back up and running as somewhat of a routine and just get back on track. Yesterday, I went to grab coffee with one of my friends. I kind of filmed. I didn't really film. We had a really long chat, but it was one of those chats where it's like you're catching up and the time is just going. Like you don't know where the time's gone, but it feels like a really good catch up. I was kind of just trying to get that quality time in with her, and she's one of those friends who like I just connected with really quickly. She has kids and I don't, and that was a big difference. but she is just an awesome person. Like, I genuinely don't know how she does as much as she does. And Olivia, if you're watching this, yes, I'm talking about you. But yeah, I was literally like telling God, I was like, this girl, like, we travel pretty much the same way, and we have that like yen for traveling. She also just inspires me like really creatively as well. So yesterday, actually, when I got back home, we were talking about scrapbooking already, and she showed me her scrapbook that she had made when she was visiting her husband in Korea. I don't know. I was just very inspired. At that point, I hadn't touched my scrapbook for a while, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna show you the 2 pages that I made of my scrapbook. I'm kind of getting back into it. Also, I'm gonna let her, or not let her, but like, she's gonna teach me how to sew and get a little more crafty, because her and her kids and her husband actually craft quite a bit, and it's so cute. Her crafts are so cute. But yeah, today I'm just trying to, you know what, I was gonna do a 1 mile run. I will try. I'm gonna be on the track today, but I don't feel all like running, so I might just walk while listening to a podcast, but at like a faster pace. So like getting my body moving. Yesterday was a pretty good day. My husband is nearly done with ALS. He did a presentation and showed me last night and went through it, and I was like, I don't know, it's just one of those proud wife feelings. I'm like, oh my God, he's presenting, look at him go. But I don't know. I don't know if that's everyone or just me. But I like when he tells me about work, because in a way it motivates me to do things that I'm like really into. So whether it be my podcast or anything, I don't know. He just is very motivating to see him talk about his job and what he's going to be doing at ALS and stuff. I just like hearing about it. After the gym, I am going to go to Ehrman's Attic. I might do that before the gym just in case it closes and I don't get there in time, but I'm gonna try find a folder to make my PCS binder, because he's starting to do all his clearances and stuff. So I was like, we'll put them in a safe place so we have access to it when we need it, and also just keep everything organized whilst we're packing up and selling stuff, because I know it can be a lot just from other people's experiences, and this being our first PCS, I know it is going to take some time to get our head around things. So we're going to take it slow. But let's go hit the gym, go to Ehrman's Attic. I'm going to take you guys with me. Funsies. I might not take my camera, to be honest. I might just vlog on my little phone, but I will vlog anyhow. Good morning, guys. I am up and ready a little bit early today. It is Wednesday and nearly 7 a.m. in the morning, and the reason that I'm ready is I actually have another dental appointment. I had one last week, and I thought I had a cavity on one of my teeth, and he checked it, found that it wasn't that tooth that had a cavity on it, it was another one, and he didn't really say cavity, he just said it's better to get a filling, but it's not a full cavity, and I was like, okay. So I booked a filling appointment for this morning before I have my meeting with my transition mentor and also volunteering this afternoon. But yeah, I just wanted to take you along today because, as you have seen for the past, I don't know how many minutes, I am doing a weekly vlog again. I haven't done one for a while. And I was literally thinking about it this morning. I feel as though I haven't vlogged like entire mornings. We do wake up at like 5:15, 5:30-ish, depending on whether he's going to school or whether he's going to work. But we wake up around that time. And from that time to around 6:15, 6:30, it's our quality like morning time because we don't get full mornings usually. Even on the weekends we have like a lie-in and then we go to the gym, and it's not like a quality morning. I don't know. This is just like one of the things that we do before he goes to work. So normally he either makes the coffee, or if he's too busy getting ready and I'm ready earlier, I make the coffee and then I feed Bella. And then we just sit on the couch for a little bit before he has to go to work. This morning we didn't really do that because I was also getting ready and it takes me a little while. So I have finished journaling downstairs whilst watching a like lecture from a Swami, and it is now 7 o'clock, so I have about half an hour. I might do some Duolingo practice before I go, and then also do a Gita study before I go as well. I should have enough time to get those done. I got here pretty early. So my appointment is at 8:40 and I got here at 8:17. Although it is like a 7-8 minute walk, I'll just round that up to 10, meaning I can leave at like 8:30 unless I want to wait in the waiting room. But I don't know what time they open because on their website it says 9, but my appointment's at 8:40. I might just pay and then make my way there. I just hope they're open so I can wait inside, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. This parking, I'm at Asda, and normally like Asda, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, Tesco, like they all have free parking normally, but like this is paid. So up to 2 hours it's £1, and then up to 3 hours it's £2. So it starts at 8:30 though. So I'm thinking from 8:30 it'll be, yeah, I can just pay £1, I guess. Sorry, the ticket sign is like right here, so I'm just trying to read what it says. Anyway, I will catch up with you and let you know how it goes after the appointment. I have not caught up since coming back, but I played my Pioneers of Olive Town game for a little bit, and then I did some work for a course that I'm doing through the USO Transitions program, and now I'm showered, ready to go to my meeting, but first we gotta pray. So if you have yet to pray and are watching this vlog, pray with me. Om Bhurvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,